Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing. There's more of these coming. Thank you for everyone being here. This is awesome. You're all awesome. I'm glad I could provide being a channel for y'all and seeing what spirit messages come through to see how it can help you in your journey. Today we're going to do mutable signs. I wasn't able to fit them into the, fixed signs that we had done. So I've already posted that video, and Cardinal's going to come up too, so we're going to make them into 3 separate videos. I will go ahead and timestamp for Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius, and Pisces in the description box. This will be for your sun sign, your star sign, a north node, Mars and Venus. So go ahead and follow all your placements to see a bigger picture, get more insight, see what resonates for you. This will just be basically whatever exploratory guidance or information from the divine regarding your soul journey. It could hint at some confirmation from a past life, or maybe something about a past life lesson. Could also just mean something in your ancestry of this lifetime too, so it could be just about anything. We'll see what comes on out. I'll go ahead and hit the bowl and clear the energy, and we'll get started. All right, for the sign of Gemini. I've already pre-pulled and done prayer over it. So the first card that came out from the past life oracle is food and hunger. The location card that just came out, I'm just using it as an identifier, is something to do with fire. Could be a cooking thing. Could also just refer to a fire sign placement somewhere. So wherever your house placement might be, or another placement, you might want to go follow that, okay? From Lenormand, you have the number 13 card, which breaks down to a 4, the child. When a sweet child smiles your way, innocence brings joy to fill your day. Friends are many and enemies are few. Embrace a fresh start in all you do. So maybe this could be a new beginning. It could refer to a past life where you had to do a new beginning regarding food and hunger, perhaps. Something nutritional, some kind of loss, having to begin anew. Could be a career option if it's something to do with fire. Could be a cooking or culinary position that had some new beginning, and maybe there's some sort of lesson in there. From Kipper, you have number 37, which breaks down to a 10 to signify endings. The poverty card could mean a lot. It doesn't necessarily mean that you've lost, but it could mean that that was a past position, because the next card you had is number 17, which breaks down to an 8, a very abundant number of the gift. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from a little bit from the book and see if there's anything else messages-wise. This definitely has an air of progress to it. That may mean something. Let's see. Literally, the poverty card stands for grinding monetary circumstances, poverty, or a large monetary loss. Abstractly, it represents a lack of control, a bad position, scarcity, both physical and emotional, as well as being down on your luck. So the food and hunger could be an indication of that. This card is poverty, pure and simple. The boy won't be paid a living wage, just a few pennies, and the whole scene just suggests danger and vulnerability. It also indicates being unable to meet basic needs and refers to misery, especially in uncaring and predatory environment. It predicts deprivation and a lack in both material and emotional matters. In partnership terms, you may feel defenseless and unloved. Also in professional terms, you may find yourself in a bottleneck. The best you can hope to gain is to learn from the crisis. So whatever this was probably a learning lesson. 17, gift. This is a very positive card and enabling. It is usually exactly what you need. This card means gifts, aid, help, support, resources, rescue, and joy. It has the ability to soften the blow of the nearby card of poverty. It also reveals an interesting timing idea, representing by the next holiday of any sort or a birthday. Some use it for winter, Christmas, or Yule. Be open to the support of others, be receptive to small positive gestures or proposals, and perhaps that's where the lesson is, right? Is to learn to go from being overgiving to receiving, right? And being open to receive. This card can indicate a new job offer, a promotion, or helpfulness. It also announces a gesture of reconciliation or even a declaration of love. Take this gift and embrace the opportunity. It stands for happiness, praise, profits, recognition, or an actual gift. There is no downside to this card, so it indicates a time frame around the next holiday or celebration, and it's depicted in such a way as to serve both as the act of giving or receiving. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're the overgiver. It could be that perhaps there's someone in your energy too that has been overgiving and now needs to receive, right? Okay. The Ancestor Spirit Oracle card that was pulled is Teach and Share. Instill, instruct, and educate. So this could very well be just about teaching some aspect of food, hunger, nutrition, something kind of nourishing. And it could just be mental nourishment too. It doesn't have to be literal tummy nourishment, right? It could also just be that education, feeding the mind, right? All right. I'll go ahead and read from the book, see if there's anything else that might ping for you. Buddhism was introduced to Tibet in the 7th century, where it developed its relative isolation. Over the centuries, the unique culture, identity, and language of the region became inseparably linked to Tibetan Buddhism, where great emphasis is placed on the spiritual masters and teachers of the Dharma. These teachers, called lamas, complete extensive study over many years to prepare for their role in providing healing, initiations, and ceremonies, and teaching their traditions, beliefs, insights, and wisdom. The lamas, monks, and nuns also have the added responsibility of protecting and promoting Tibet's environment, language, and culture. Tibetan lamas and monks devote their lives to the study and practices of Buddhism. However, religious practice is part of daily life for most Tibetans. Many families throughout the ages have proudly sent a child to a monastery to be educated as a monk. The ancestors speak. You are not alone. You may be questioning why you are here and what your true purpose is. This card has appeared to let you know that you are a natural teacher, and it is part of your life purpose. You don't need to be a school teacher or a child care worker. You can show people a new way of being or looking at the world. You may be teaching your children or grandchildren everyday things, or you may be encouraging a friend to try something new or different. Value the wisdom and skills you can pass on to others. Divinatory meaning. Look at the ways you can incorporate teaching or mentoring in your life so others may benefit. You may have the ability to connect with people from all walks of life and show them the way. Try not to overthink this aspect of your purpose. You may already be teaching others without even realizing it. Enjoy sharing your gifts with others. All right, for the sign of Virgo, we have for you from the Past Life Oracle, communal living. I'll knock that down for a second here. Your location identifier is Northern Hemisphere. I'm going to move that forward because it's going to drive me nuts getting in the way of the lavender. There we go. Your Lenormand card is number 24, Heart. The heart is a symbol of fulfillment and joy. Romance is in full bloom for you to enjoy. Serenity rests deep in thy heart. Loving yourself is where it should start. And you also have from Kipper 31, which breaks down to 4, bad health. and number 16, which breaks down to a 7, thoughts. Now, immediately what I'm picking up from this is retreat vibes. Could also be just a romantic getaway, but with the communal living, I'm feeling like there was some kind of retreat or kind of mental health, emotional health kind of getaway of sorts, whether it be for just self or with a group of people that's meant for healing, right? This could be past, present, maybe upcoming too. And it's maybe just a good confirmation at this time. So we'll go ahead and pull a little bit extra from the Kipper book and give you a better idea, see if there's anything that pings for you. This card represents the thoughts of a man the questioner is interested in. So it could be either way. It's like whatever there's an interest, maybe you need to think about it, right? Perhaps you're pondering your life path and wondering what you're supposed to do, right? This card is perhaps Kipper's great gift. At last, a card directly addressing thoughts and matters of the mind. It's generally positive. It may represent the sitter's own concerns, preoccupations, and obsessions. The card, let's see, will be the main preoccupation, and the only card next to it is bad health. So maybe the thoughts and desires are having to do with health in general, mind, body, soul, right? Thoughts may reveal things you didn't want to know. More abstractly, it can also describe a thoughtful person. So it could very well be there might be a person in your field that's like this. It may even indicate the need for contemplation and meditation. And communal living can tell you that as well. But that's why I immediately got like retreat vibes, just almost immediately. This card reveals your consideration or your opinion or thoughts of others, though it often indicates thinking about love or a person or feeling firmly connected with someone. It seems somewhat platonic in love matters. It also shows your memories and ideas. It encourages you to reflect thoroughly and to explore new ideas. And the fact that he's got a painting up kind of tells you it could be more creative and sacral chakra oriented as well, with the loving yourself where it should start, right? Okay. So the card pulled from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle is Go with the Flow. Let go, rest, manifest. I'll go ahead and read the whole thing, see if anything pings for you, okay? Indigenous Fijians refer to themselves as Kai Viti. Viti meaning the islands, and Kai meaning people. Kai Viti villages are close-knit communities that have many rituals regarding gifting, a way of welcoming, honoring, celebrating, and acknowledging relationships. The process of giving and receiving reflects the ebb and flow of nature. Gift-giving cultures tend to be ones of feasting and ceremony. Fiji is no exception. Yakona kava is a ceremonial drink made from the roots of a pepper plant. It holds a significant place in Fijian culture. It is considered an insult to refuse an offer of yakona. Traditionally, yakona ceremony may welcome a guest or mark a special occasion. Fijians also share yakona more informally at gatherings, for storytelling sessions, or when chilling out and relaxing. The Fijians call this island time, when there is no need to rush or worry about things that might not happen. Sharing yakona with friends and family strengthens bonds and identity. The ancestors say, relax, go, let go with the flow, and go with the flow. You don't need to control a situation, know everything that is going to happen, or plan everything in advance. Time out is just as important as time doing. So don't feel guilty about gifting yourself some relaxation. When you go with the flow, you can manifest more quickly and easily. When you try to force a situation, it can block the natural flow. Take time out to relax and gather your thoughts. Trust in the universe and see where it directs you. Once you have loosened up, release any fears or self-doubt. To help you relax and go with the flow, imagine healing white light flowing through every part of your body, just as water flows in a river. When you are ready, affirm that the universe is taking care of everything. Take a deep breath and relax. So there you go. Perhaps that could have a past life meaning or just something that would be good to do right now. All right, there you go. All right, Sagittarius. All right, so the past life oracle card that we pulled for you is spouse. So this could be an important partnership of some sort. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be a very high level type of commitment with a best friend or a family member that you're super duper close to, right? The location identifier southeast, okay? This could also refer to something in the past as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be a current lifetime thing. So this could just be something that resonates over lifetimes, right? The Lenormand card you have is number 2, which is a card of partnerships and choices, right? Clover. Flowers surrounding cloverleaf means happiness surmounted over grief. Bits of luck and fortune await. You have the potential to make life great. From the Kipper, you have number 6, mature woman in silver. So she's in her feminine energy, moon energy, okay? And you have number 15, lovers. Also, same kind of deal, but it is a stronger partnership leaning more towards romantic. But it could very well be, some strong personal relationship, not so much professional, right? I'm also seeing the 2 doves in the picture as well. It appears to be very peaceful. Doves represent peace. 15 also breaks down to a 6, so 6 might be very significant to you. It could be 6 months, the 6th of the month. It could just mean 6 in general. You might be seeing 6s a lot. That could be a number sync that you'll be seeing. This could relate to a mature woman in your life. I typically see her as someone that's maybe older than 40, but typically definitely more senior citizen age, or at least 40 years older, something like that. So it could also be a relationship with a grandparent as well. So this feels more confirmational. Maybe there's going to be some celebration because you do have those bits of luck and fortune, right? And typically I'm seeing like the wedding image on that card with the spouse card. So I'm thinking more 4 of Wands oriented. All right, the card from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle that came out for you is Embrace Your Inner Gypsy. Freedom, fun, and music. All right. I will go ahead and read the whole thing and see if there's anything that pings for you, okay? Any keyword or anything. The Gitanos are a community of nomadic people who fled from northwestern India to Western Asia, North Africa, and into Europe. As the Gitanos traveled, they shared their music and culture with the local people. Gitanos survived as traveling blacksmiths and pot makers. They were also well-known singers, dancers, musicians, and fortune tellers. Many Europeans were intrigued by the Gitanos and their supposed ability to foretell the future, their passion for life, and their love of freedom, as evidenced by their nomadic style. Not everyone was happy to have the Gitanos in their country, though. Their reputation for begging and stealing meant they were feared, treated as outcasts, and forced to live several miles from any town. Despite discrimination, the Gitanos have survived and preserved their traditional way of life. They have lived by their own rules rather than seek approval from outside their community. They have always traveled and experienced life on their own terms. The ancestors say, the ancestor spirits want to help you feel like a creative gypsy. Have you had the desire to run away and leave everything behind you? Have you been feeling like a caged bird or a hamster on a wheel? It's time to free yourself, be passionate, and begin to enjoy life again. You do not need to run away or become a nomad, but you do need to do something that can release your stress levels. You may like to sing, dance, travel, or go to a festival or marketplace. Consider what you can do to get back to your fun-loving, free-spirited self. If you can't make the changes today, put things into place so you don't feel stagnant or trapped. Book a holiday, plan an outing, or dance in your living room. Free your mind and your soul by doing things that make you feel alive and passionate. You're not meant to feel like a caged animal. Be true to yourself and to what you want to do and free yourself today. All right, Pisces. Your past life oracle card that had come out was Father. So maybe this has something to do with a father, you or another. Could also just be a relationship with a father from a past life that's repeating this life, right? Some kind of lesson or test or something, or experience or do-over or whatever. Your location identifier is Asia. So it has something to do with that continent. Your Lenormand card is number 4, the house, okay? And for some reason, I'm needing to pick up the King of Cups in this image as well. It just immediately stared at me. So that could be a father that's, a masculine energy, very matured, emotionally matured, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So that could be you. And, it's just a masculine energy, whether or not you're male or female. It just means you're very mature in your emotions and you're handling that emotional stability well. And you do have stability on this card with the house. A stately house beyond the gate bestows stability upon your fate. In love and play, your chance to win depends on how you first begin. So perhaps, however, the start of this will kind of depend on where it goes, whatever this situation may be, okay? Whatever you're supposed to learn from it. And your cards from the Kipper are number 7, a lucky number, message. And you have number 10, journey. So, maybe you're being whisked away. I'm seeing maybe a message either coming in, or you could be whisking someone away. The message could be going out, right? You can't really tell if that open letter is something that's recently received, or although it does look like it's been opened, right? By the person in the image. But you also have a drawer full of letters as well. So maybe this is something that's been long time planned, right? Typically, the timing on that card is a week, 7 days. And it's just all about communications coming and going, right? And it could also just be divine messages as well, given that it's next to the journey card. And sometimes I see the journey card as something more life purpose, life fulfilling, right? Not necessarily an actual card of travel. So it could go either way. 10s represent endings. 10 may be significant to you as well at this time. It reduces down to a 1, which indicates new beginnings, right? And in this picture, you don't know if the guy is coming or going, or if he's waiting for somebody to come in, right? So it seems like you can go any which way, right? And it does look like it might be extensive with all those, parcels sitting there. Either coming or going, right? Okay. I will go ahead and read a little bit from the journey for you, just to kind of give you and see if there's any other things to ping. This card stands for all forms of transit and vehicles, as well as vacations, travel, escapes, and round trips. It's time to start or take a step forward, leave your old and familiar situation, depart for new shores. This might concern your work, your family situation, or your relationship. Maybe it's also time for a trip. This card represents all kinds of vehicles. This is another image that provides duality. The scene may depict an arrival as well as a departure. It might be you who is the traveler, or perhaps there is someone there to see someone off or arrive from his or her journey. All right. And the card pulled from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle is Earth Magic, Nature, Rituals, and Charms. Now, this could be Maybe this is in regards to something that has an earth element in your chart somewhere too, so that'd be worth following as well, whichever placements those are. That would be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, okay? I would also check out your house placements and see where any of the earth signs are as well, or it could be involving somebody that's an earth sign or has high aspected earth. I'll go ahead and read the whole thing in case anything clings for you. During the early Anglo-Saxon period, people were not able to read or write, so their history and knowledge were passed on through storytelling. They believed in supernatural creatures such as elves, dragons, and invisible lines of power that ran through everything on earth. Spirits lived in the trees, rocks, mountains, rivers, lakes, oceans, and ponds. In accord with these beliefs, the Anglo-Saxons used charms, symbols, talismans, herbal potions, precious stones, crystals, chants, and spells to protect them. People visited soothsayers, wise women, and cunning men for healing, predictions, potions, spells, and magical items. Cunning folk were highly respected and valued healers in the community. The ancestors say, take a look at your everyday rituals and charms. Find ways of bringing some magic into your daily routine. Watch the sunrise or dip your toes in the ocean and invite the wonder and healing of the nature to your world. Incorporate ritual into your spiritual practices. Herbs, crystals, or natural remedies may hold an answer for you. Learn more about earth and water spirits and how you can connect with their energy in and around your environment. Go to a place in nature that draws you, such as a forest, mountain, river, or the sea. And that's perhaps your journey, right? Once you feel you are at the right place, psychically protect yourself, quieten your mind, meditate, and focus on what you feel around you and what you see in your mind's eye. You may be surprised at the nature spirits you sense around you. This card may also be prompting you to make a talisman for yourself or to carry a protective crystal with you. There you go, Pisces. Next is cardinal signs. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn.